between speed and control on the circuit.
So, for those tuning in and wondering what's the go with these practice sessions, well, it ain't just about flexing their engines. It's about synergy, mate. Getting the driver, the car, and the track to sing in harmony.
Couldn't have put it better. We liken it to rehearsing a dance. Every step, every turn must be practiced until it's second nature on the big stage.
There are just over 20 minutes left in this practice session. Chris Ilduke posted 2:05.291 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Watch as Patrick Schwanz takes it nice and easy on this outlap. It's not just about warming up the tyres, it's about getting into that mental pit lane, tuning into the race mindset.
For sure, Rob, they're calibrating everything: the brakes, the steering, the throttle response. It's a crucial part of laying down the groundwork for a successful practice session.
With just 18 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Patrick Schwanz is on the outlap, getting a taste of the tarmac. It's like sniffing the cork before a good wine. First impressions matter.
Exactly. They're assessing the grip, the balance, the whole shebang. You can learn a lot in these quiet moments before the throttle really opens up.
Megasaurus 55 is getting to grips with the VW Scirocco in this practice session. Look at Patrick Schwanz taking it nice and easy, a smart move. Like a chess player contemplating the opening move, they're planning several steps ahead.
Spot on. They're mentally mapping each corner, each straight. It's not just about the car, it's about strategy and foresight.
Megasaurus 55 is not hanging about, straight into the thick of it on this first flying lap. They're getting a real taste of the VW Scirocco's capabilities.
Absolutely. It's about understanding the limits early on. You'll see them experimenting with braking points and turn-in speeds, all while keeping an eye on those tire temps.
Mr. Bang posted a 147.161 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? You know, mate, some folks wonder why these drivers spend so much time in practice. But it's just like prepping a Barbie. You gotta get it right before the big show.
Exactly. Rob, practice makes perfect, and in racing, perfect can be the difference between pole position and the back of the grid.
Mr. Bang's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 147.457. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
Megasaurus 55 has a best lap time of 146.362. Chris Duke's first flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 157.323. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
There's the first flying lap for Wayne Pearson, hitting 146.684. It's a start, but they'll be looking to iron out those kinks as they get more laps under their belt.
Right on, Rob. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
Patrick Schwann's posted 146.463 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Alright, Megasaurus 55 has put down a 145.565. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that VW Scirocco.
For sure, Rob. It's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
With just 11 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Chris Duke has a best lap time of 158.803. Ever heard the pit crew chat about wheel camber? Sounds like a dance move, but trust me, it's all car talk.
Haha, yeah, camber is the angle of the wheel relative to the road. A bit of negative camber, where the top of the tire leans inwards, can give more grip in the corners. But too much and you're looking at premature wear on the inside of the tire. It's a balancing act, and each track requires its own setting.
It's all about finding that sweet spot during these sessions. Like tuning a didgeridoo, but way faster.
Haha, and a lot noisier. But you're right. In India, we fine-tune until it feels just right. Every lap here is a step towards perfection.
Chris Ilduke has a best lap time of 1:58.803. Wayne Pearson's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 1:46.863. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
Mr. Bang's first flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 1:47.551. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
Megasaurus 55 posted a 1:45.565 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? There's the first flying lap for Chris Ilduke, hitting 6:19.919. It's a start, but they'll be looking to iron out those kinks as they get more laps under their belt.
Right on, Rob. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
Satan is on the out lap, not just warming up the tyres, but also warming up their instincts, getting that racer's intuition dialed in.
True that. They're getting the feel of the track, the car, the conditions. It's all about setting the stage for what's to come.
With just 6 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Mate, these drivers aren't just burning rubber for the fun of it. They're chasing the ghost, that perfect lap that's always just out of reach.
Absolutely. Back in my racing days, I used to call it chasing the dragon. It's that feeling when you know there's still a little more in the tank, a fraction of a second to be found.
Let's talk rubber. Tire pressures ain't just about pumping them up and hitting the road. It's like a fine art.
Couldn't have said it better. Tire pressures can dramatically impact the contact patch, the actual bit of tire touching the tarmac. Too high and you lose temperature and grip, too low, and you risk overheating, uneven wear, even a blowout. Each tire will have its own sweet spot where they grip best.
Satan's on the outlap, getting a taste of the tarmac. It's like sniffing the cork before a good wine. First impressions matter.
Exactly. They're assessing the grip, the balance, the whole shebang. You can learn a lot in these quiet moments before the throttle really opens up.
Megasaurus 55 posted 150.864 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Alright, Chris Ilduke has put down a 148.131. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that VW Scirocco.
For sure, Rob, it's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
Patrick Schwanz has a best lap time of 145.075. Megasaurus 55 has a best lap time of 144.754. Patrick Schwanz's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 2:01.840. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
Look at Satan taking it nice and easy, a smart move. Like a chess player contemplating the opening move, they're planning several steps ahead.
Spot on. They're mentally mapping each corner, each straight. It's not just about the car, it's about strategy and foresight.
Chris Ilduke posted a 151.809 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Watch as Satan takes it nice and easy on this outlap. It's not just about warming up the tyres, it's about getting into that mental pit lane, tuning into the race mindset.
For sure, Rob, they're calibrating everything: the brakes, the steering, the throttle response. It's a crucial part of laying down the groundwork for a successful practice session.
There's the first flying lap for Chris Ilduke, hitting 147.354. It's a start, but they'll be looking to iron out those kinks as they get more laps under their belt.
Right on, Rob. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
Satan is on the outlap, not just warming up the tyres, but also warming up their instincts, getting that racer's intuition dialed in.
True that. They're getting the feel of the track, the car, the conditions. It's all about setting the stage for what's to come.
Satan is on the outlap, not just warming up the tyres, but also warming up their instincts, getting that racer's intuition dialed in.
True that. They're getting the feel of the track, the car, the conditions. It's all about setting the stage for what's to come.
What a performance from Mr. Bang. They currently occupy 4th on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable starting spot?
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. Mr. Bang's current position of 4th is a testament to their skill and determination. Now, they must stay sharp to make the most of this opportunity.
Megasaurus 55 has positioned themselves well in 5th during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start. Jack M team has secured a respectable 6th in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance?
Spot on analysis, Rob. Jack M team has positioned themselves well in 6th. It's now crucial for them to maintain their focus and defend their position in the upcoming race.
A solid performance from Roby as they currently hold position 7. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move up the grid. A strong showing from Mr. Bang as they currently sit in 4th. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve.
Great analysis, Rob. Mr. Bang has shown excellent pace to secure 4th. Now, the focus shifts to whether they can use their track position to their advantage in the race.
Incredible drive by D-Max so far, earning him 8th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up?
You're spot on, Rob. DMAX's current position of 8th is a testament to their skills and determination. Now, they face the challenge of maintaining their position against hungry rivals.
Satan has put in a great effort and currently holds 2nd. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position? Currently in 3rd, Mr. Bang has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position.
I completely agree, Rob. Mr. Bang has positioned them.
Mr. Bang has completed their outlap. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. Mr. Bang has just completed a lap in 1:48.541. Let's see if they can improve on the time further. Impressive work from Megasaurus 55, who has claimed 5th on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even. Megasaurus 55 has just completed the lap in 1:46.158. Their best lap so far is 1:46.158, putting them in P2. Will they be able to hold on to that spot? Impressive display by Satan, currently sitting in position 9. They've set a competitive time. Satan has completed their outlap. What a performance from D-Max. They currently occupy 7th on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable starting spot? D-Max has completed their first flying lap in 1:50.862. Megasaurus 55 has secured a respectable second in the qualifying session. Can they capitalise on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance?
Couldn't agree more, Rob. Megasaurus 55 has positioned themselves impressively in second. Now, they need to build on this foundation and strive for an even better race result.
Megasaurus 55's really showing what they're made of, landing in first during this nail-biting session.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about precision and nerve in qualifying. Every millisecond can make a difference on the grid. Let's see if they can squeeze out even more speed.
A solid performance from Satan as they currently hold position 9. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move up the grid. Satan has completed their outlap. And there goes Roby, currently in position 6. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result.
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Robbie has done a fantastic job to claim 6th. The challenge now is to convert this opportunity into a strong race.
There's a real buzz in the air as Roby secures 4th.
Right you are, Rob. They've put themselves in a solid spot, but they can't let up now. Staying smooth and focused is key to shaving off those extra fractions.
A solid qualifying performance by Mr. Bang, positioning them in 5th at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners.
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. Mr. Bang's current position of 5th is a testament to their skill and determination. Now, they must stay sharp to make the most of this opportunity.
There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Looks like Patrick Schwanz is making a statement, securing a spot in 2nd.
Yep, Rob, but there's always room for improvement. Smooth, consistent laps might just be the key to climbing even higher before this session wraps up. It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Wayne Pearson has just completed a lap in 1:46.911. Let's see if they can improve on the time further. A strong showing from Chris Ilduke as they currently sit in 3rd. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve.
You're absolutely right, Rob. Chris Ilduke's current position of 3rd reflects their strong qualifying performance. Now, they'll need to strategize and capitalize on this starting position.
With Chris Ilduke now sitting pretty in third, they have got to be feeling good.
True, but in the world of racing, good isn't always good enough. They've got to keep their eye on the prize and aim for perfection on every turn.
Currently in ninth, Jack M team has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position.
Absolutely, Rob. Jack M team has put in a remarkable effort to secure ninth. The competition is fierce, and they'll need to stay focused to defend their position.
Impressive work from Roby, who has claimed 7th on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position. Impressive display by Jack M team, currently sitting in position 9. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position. Jack M team has completed their outlap. It's an impressive showing by Patrick Schwanz, currently in second. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher?
Great analysis, Rob. Patrick Schwanz has shown excellent pace to secure second. Now, the focus shifts to whether they can use their track position to their advantage in the race.
It's a stellar performance from Patrick Schwanz, clinching second.
They're in a great spot, Rob, but in qualifying, complacency can be your worst enemy. They need to keep pushing the limits while staying cool under pressure.
Satan has put in a great effort and currently holds 6th. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position?
Spot-on analysis, Rob. Satan has positioned themselves well in 6th. It's now crucial for them to maintain their focus and defend their position in the upcoming race.
I'm thinking Satan could benefit from tweaking their tyre strategy. That last lap at 147.036 isn't cutting it for 6th. A switch to a softer compound might give them the edge they need.
Spot on, Rob. A softer tire could provide that extra grip, but they'll have to manage tire wear carefully. It's a risky play, but it might just pay off.
Incredible drive by Jack M team so far, earning him 9th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up? Jack M team has just completed the lap in 145.863. Their best lap so far is 145.863. Putting them in P4, will they be able to hold on to that spot? A solid performance from Roby as they currently hold position 8. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move up the grid. Patrick Schwanz has secured a respectable second in the qualifying session. Can they capitalise on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance? What a performance from Jack M team. They currently occupy 4th on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable starting spot?
Couldn't agree more, Rob. Jack M team has positioned themselves impressively in 4th. Now, they need to build on this foundation and strive for an even better race result.
Jack M team's really showing what they're made of, landing in 3rd during this nail-biting session.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about precision and nerve in qualifying. Every millisecond can make a difference on the grid. Let's see if they can squeeze out even more speed. Every fraction of a second counts. I am sure they can find a little extra in there.
A strong showing from Roby as they currently sit in 8th. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve.
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Robbie has done a fantastic job to claim 8th. The challenge now is to convert this opportunity into a strong race result.
A solid qualifying performance by D-Max, positioning them in 9th at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners. With D-Max clocking a 151.321, they've got themselves a mountain to climb, stuck in 9th.
They're not out of the fight yet, Rob, but it's going to take some serious wheel work to make up that gap. The clock's ticking, and they need to make every lap count from here on out.
Starting from pole position is a great opportunity for Megasaurus 55 to take control of the race.
But they can't count their chickens before they hatch. There is a long way to go.
Starting from the 2nd position on the grid, we have Patrick Schwanz.
I'm sure Patrick Schwanz will be expecting to bring home solid points from here.
The 3rd place on the grid belongs to Jack M10, a driver with plenty of experience.
What can they do with that VW Scirocco from here?
In the 4th position, we have Mr. Bank ready to tackle the race ahead. Our 5th place starter, Chris Ilduke, is poised to make a move towards the front.
Let's see what Chris Ilduke can do.
Wayne Pearson is lining up 6th. From the middle of the pack, we have Satan in 7th place on the starting grid. Lining up in 8th is Roby. Starting from the 9th position, D-Max will need to navigate through the field to challenge for the win.
The Italian driver has been driving the wheels off the VW Scirocco in practice.
Flash of green and we're off skipping and hopping like a bandicoot in a library. Who's going to annotate this first chapter with a lead?
This here's a wild Bronco ride from the get-go. Those drivers best hang on tight, lest they get thrown into the dust.
As we watch the drivers fight it out in the first lap, I can already feel that this is going to be an epic race. Settling into a rhythm is going to be crucial here. Having started in 5, Chris Duke will be looking to establish themselves in this race. These early salvos will shape the outcome of this race. The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this.
If things go wrong between Wayne Pearson and Mr. Bang, they could be exchanging more than just paint, like maybe a strongly worded post-race chat.
Now, that's what I'm talking about. Jack M team is proper nipping at DMAX's heels. Are they thinking of making a lunge? Only time will tell.
Rob, last time I saw Jack M team this riled up, there were sparks flying off the track. Get ready for a showdown.
Ever felt like you're being watched? Bet Megasaurus 55's getting the vibe right about now with Chris Duke lurking.
You ever tail someone to a secret fishing spot? Feels like Chris Duck sees Megasaurus 55 as the catch of the day.
This is where legends are made. Which driver will rise to the occasion and claim victory?
Mr. Bang is following Wayne Pearson so closely, they could start charging them red for occupying the same space on the track.
This is what it's all about, folks. Megasaurus 55 is in hot pursuit of Chris Duke, who's just trying to stay ahead.
Did we just witness a gambit?
It seems Megasaurus 55 is recalibrating, now at 4th.
Life on the track is a tapestry of decisions. Looks like Megasaurus 55 is weaving a complex narrative today, dropping a notch.
Well, that's an unexpected descent. Megasaurus 55 finds themselves repositioned at 6th. While Megasaurus 55 is not under immediate threat from Jack M team, they still need to stay focused and avoid any errors. Any slip-up could cost them their position. Things are heating up as Mr. Bang closes in on Wayne Pearson. The gap between them is down to practically nothing.
And the drivers know it too, Rob. They're giving it everything they've got, and you can see them pushing the limits of the car's capabilities.
Megasaurus 55 wants to find a way round Satan. Hold on a moment. Well, that was a proper Barbie flip by Jack M Team. Too much snagger, not enough bun.
Whoops, Jack M Team is going to be kicking themselves.
The gap between Satan and Megasaurus 55 is razor thin as they vie for 7th in this nail-biting contest. With a move that's swift, I'd say Satan's running on high octane, and maybe a bit of Aussie spirit. The action is non-stop as Wayne Pearson shadows Chris Duke through every twist and turn, determined to claim 2nd.
The only thing closer than Wayne Pearson to Chris Duck right now is the paint on their cars. Talk about a close encounter.
Wayne Pearson is trying their best, but can't seem to find the pace to keep up with Chris Duke at the moment. So, Hal, considering the high speeds and split-second decision-making involved in racing, what's the impact of even a minor lapse in concentration?
A minor lapse in concentration can have significant consequences, Rob. It could lead to an off-track excursion, a loss of position, or even a collision. That's why it's crucial for...
Hold on a second. Just like my hope in finding the one, Satan's direction seems a bit lost right now.
By the looks of it, Satan's been taking driving tips from them Duke Wolves. Ain't the Dukes of Hazzard, friend.
No room for error here. Wayne Pearson is breathing down the neck of Chris Duke, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move.
Honestly, Rob, with this chase, I'm half expecting to see some sneaky dive bombs in the next few laps. Popcorn ready?
Alright, lads and ladies, it's crunch time. Roby is sniffing around Jack M Team like a dog with a bone. And it looks like they might just take a bite out of 7th. This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit. Oh, this is getting intense. Mr. Bang is just behind Wayne Pearson.
These two are putting on a master...
Braking update. Looks like that's a mistake from Roby. This could be costly.
Well, shoot, Robbie's channeling me trying to park in the city. A complete disaster, but always a show.
The adrenaline is pumping as Mr. Bang gets within striking distance of Chris Duke in their race for 2nd. The best laid plans of mice and men are hell, but it's certainly not going to plan for Mr. Bang right now as they are struggling to keep up with Chris Duke. You know, mate, I was chatting with some of the pit crew earlier, and they were debating on which tyre compound to use. Hard as deciding between a meat pie and a sausage roll.
Well, back in my Indy days, the choice was as clear as sweet tea or lemonade. But I reckon, here, with these changing conditions, it's more of a gamble.
Hold on to your hats. Roby is gunning for Satan. Reckon we might see some cheeky moves on the next bend? It's a tale of two drivers right now, with Mr. Bang gaining places and Chris Duke losing them. Hold on to your hats, folks. Wayne Pearson is right on the heels of Chris Duke, and we're in for a wild ride.
As a former driver, I can tell you there's nothing quite like the adrenaline rush when you're this close to your rival, ready to make your move.
It's a battle of wills out there. each driver trying to outsmart and outmaneuver the other.
They say rubbing is racing, but if Megasaurus 55 gets too close, they might end up trading carbon fiber souvenirs instead of positions.
Megasaurus 55's been working the tyre temps, and it's paying off. Grip's better than a kangaroo on a trampoline. Watch out, D-Max. We got a close battle as Chris Duke closes in on Wayne Pearson. Disappointing for Chris Duke. Braking development. Chris Duke's off the track. Reminds me of my first car, a real lemon. Drove straight but only in reverse. By the looks of it, Chris Duke in 6th is keen to throw another shrimp on the barbie and crank up the heat on D-Max. Hold on to your stubbies. DMAX has got the tail tighter than a kangaroo in a hammock. If Chris Duke is gonna make a pass, they'll have to buy them a drink first. Well, I'll be hal. DMAX's lead over Chris Duke is slipping away faster than a greased pig at a county fair. We're down to just 2.0 seconds now. I tell you, mate, the tech in these cars would outshine any gizmo you'd find in a Sydney cafe.
As long as it doesn't make my morning coffee, I'm good. But yeah, the tech here is like something out of Silicon Valley.
Roby's more lost out there than I was after a night at the Gold Coast. And at least I woke up with a kebab in hand. It looks like Roby is making a move. The gap to Satan is now down to 10.3 seconds.
The way Robbie's conserving their energy while managing the Earth's deployment? Pure artistry. They're sneaking up on Satan like a quiet storm.
Cricky, Megasaurus 55's got more ground to cover than I do at the family barbecue when Auntie Sharon's had one too many. Good luck, mate. The gap between Megasaurus 55 and Wayne Pearson is fading faster than the last rays of the outback sun. Oh, this is getting intense. Chris Duke is just a few car lengths behind D-Max. It's not going to plan for Chris Duke. They are still behind D-Max and the gap is increasing. I don't think they have an answer for this right now. The gap might be more than a second, but Satan is showing persistence. Kind of like me trying to open a pickle jar. Keep at it, and something's got to give. Satan's so far off pace, they might be better off in a hearse. At least then someone would be pushing from behind. It looks like D-Max is in control. They're ahead of Chris Duke by over a second, and it doesn't look like they're going to be challenged anytime soon.
DMAX is doing a great job of defending in the lead, and Chris Duke is pushing hard to close the gap. It's an exciting race, and it's not over yet.
DMAX is pushing harder than a kangaroo in a boxing match, widening their lead over Chris Duke. They've found their rhythm like a didgeridoo player in full swing.
Agreed, Rob. Superb driving there. If they keep this up, this race should be a real thrill ride.
Crikey, that overtake by D-Max was smoother than a coldie on a hot summer day.
Well, from what I've seen on the oval tracks, that's how the big leagues play. But I gotta admit, this is next level.
The gap between Jack M Team in 7th and Chris Ilduke remains over a second, but Jack M Team is not letting up. They're pushing hard and looking for any opportunity to close the gap up. Can they pull it back in the remaining 5 minutes? It's a battle of wills out there, with Satan trying to outsmart and outmaneuver Jack M Team. The gap is slowly closing, but time is running out. Will we see a dramatic finish to this race?
Just like my attempt at barbecue last summer, Satan's burning time but ain't getting any hotter.
It's a classic case of chasing down the car ahead for Roby, who is currently in P9. But Satan is not making it easy, and the gap remains over a second. This will require some expert driving from Roby.
It's moments like these that make motorsports so exciting. We're witnessing a battle of skill and strategy between two great drivers, with Robbie in 9th determined to catch up. But we know Satan isn't just going to hand it to them on a plate. Robbie is going to have to take it. It should be an interesting battle to watch as long as they can close that gap.
I've seen kangaroos jump less than the sparks between Wayne Pearson and Mr. Bang. It's almost like a Saturday night day, but with a lot more rubber burning. Crikey, Wayne Pearson's looking like they've been caught in a rip, struggling to keep up with the pace set by Mr. Bang. Hope they find their feet soon.
Wayne Pearson's looking like a deer caught in the headlights. Meanwhile, Mr. Bang is off to the races, making Mama proud.
It's like watching two predators circling each other, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce. Every move counts now as Wayne Pearson works to reel in Mr. Bang and overtake for P2.
It's a fine line between pushing the car to its limits and losing control. Wayne Pearson is really walking that tightrope.
Wayne Pearson needs to get more consistent. Hell, they have just put in a slower lap than Mr. Bang.
Whoa there, partner. Wayne Pearson slipping behind like a pickup on a slick road. Mr. Bang's showing them how it's done.
The race is really heating up. D-Max is hunting down Chris Ilduke with everything they've got. Mate, DMAX is really giving it a burl out there. Ripping it up like a croc in a waterhole.
I tell young, I haven't seen that kind of ferocity since my days at Indy. But you Aussies, always gotta bring up the wildlife, huh?
Wayne Pearson is on a mission, chasing Mr. Bang, who's desperately trying to stay ahead.
It's a pressure cooker out there. Every second shaved off means Wayne Pearson's a step closer to tasting victory.
Stone the crows. Wayne Pearson's managed to trim that gap with Mr. Bang, eh? Must be the slipstream effect on this straight. Or maybe they've put down that beer.
With every lap, I can see Wayne Pearson making micro adjustments.
Oh no, what's this? Whoops, Mr. Bang's taken more spins than a dead or alive record.
If Mr. Bang was fishing, they'd have thrown that one back into the pond. That's a tough go.
The gap between Patrick Schwanz and Megasaurus 55 is not insurmountable, but it's going to take a mistake from Patrick Schwanz to bring Megasaurus 55 into play. Patrick Schwanz's lead over Megasaurus 55 is shrinking quicker than a cheap shirt in a hot wash. We're down to 12.9 seconds. Geez, DMAXs on Jack M Team's tail like a dunny door in a thunderstorm. But passing, that's another kettle of fish.
In the dance of speed and power, Jack M Team is leading, and DMAX is trying to catch the rhythm. But today, the tune's being set by the one in front.
Jack M Team's ripping it up out there, going harder than a roux on a trampoline and leaving D-Max in their wake.
Jack M Team's looking tougher to pass than a kidney stone, driving with the authority of a southern sheriff.
Chris Ilduke is holding 6th, but D-Max is right on their tail. Oh, it seems Hal that Chris Ilduke has seen their lead over D-Max shrink to 1.1 seconds. Look at D-Max trying to close the gap on Chris Ilduke. Kind of like me trying to get close to a decent Barbie back home.
Barbie? Oh, you mean a barbecue. Yeah, but over here it's like trying to catch the last slice of pizza at a Super Bowl party. With just 1.2 seconds between them, will DMAX be able to keep up the pace and make a pass?
It's an intense battle for position as Jack M Team tries to outmaneuver D-Max. This is edge-of-your-seat racing.
If Jack M Team gets any closer, they might as well ask DMAX for a piggyback ride.
The gap between Mr. Bang and Wayne Pearson may be wide, but that doesn't mean Mr. Bang is safe. They have to keep their concentration and avoid any lapses in performance.
Reckon Wayne Pearson's starting to feel a bit like they're out in the outback. They can see the horizon, but it's a long way off. Good on young Mr. Bang for keeping that distance.
It's like Patrick Schwanz has saved all their energy for this final stretch.
They'll be the ones celebrating at the finish line.
And that, folks, is how it's done. A solid performance and great win from Patrick Schwanz. Ninth sees Roby. Impressive second place finish for Megasaurus 55.
Strong work securing second place. Well done.
That was an outstanding performance from Wayne Pearson. They fought hard and took the final spot on the podium.
Impressive driving to secure that spot.
Mr. Bang claimed 4th. Chris Ilduke in 5th. D-Max brings home 6th. Taking 7th is Satan. Patrick Schwanz is on pole. The second position is occupied by Megasaurus 55.
It's like they're on the outside looking in. Can they make their way to the front of the pack?
Wayne Pearson is holding down the fort in third place.
A strong grid position, and they'll be expecting a solid result today.
Holding strong in fourth place is Mr. Bang.
Could we see a podium result from Mr. Bang?
Chris Ilduke will begin the race from the fifth spot on the starting grid. D-Max has qualified sixth.
Chris Ilduke isn't going to make it easy to get through the pack.
As the engines roar to life, Satan prepares to take off from the seventh position on the starting grid. Our eighth place starter, Jack M Team, is a driver who knows how to make up ground on the track.
They'll be looking for a clean race.
The ninth starting position belongs to Roby, who will be looking to make up ground early on.
But sometimes the underdog can surprise you. Let's see what they've got in the tank.
In the middle of the pack, we have Harrison Zonelli starting from the 10th position on the grid.
Harrison Zonelli is going to show us something special, I'm sure of it.
A clarion call to action has been sounded, and our heroes and heroines face the opening gauntlet. With cars in such intimate proximity, the ever-present risk of a calamitous twist beckons.
Concentration is crucial as they navigate through the pack and try to establish a strong position. The best drivers know how to find their rhythm quickly.
Flamin Galar, it's like Wayne Pearson forgot the first rule of racing. Go forward, not backward. Slipping from 3 to 8, this isn't the footy match they had in mind. Well, ain't that a slice of vanilla? Jack and team sitting pretty right where they started. Comfy as a koala in a eucalyptus tree. Stone the crows. Harrison Zonelli's on fire, surging ahead like there's a free round at the pub waiting. Hello, fourth.
Dang, if Harrison Zonelli keeps this up, we'll need to douse the track. Smokin' hot move to fourth.
Whoa there, Jack M Team is sticking to Satan like glue. You reckon Satan's feeling the pressure? 'Cause I sure would.
The chase between Jack M Team and Satan is like a high-speed game of tag only. The stakes are much higher.
This is what high-octane racing looks like. Patrick Schwanz is breathing down the neck of Mr. Bang, not giving him any room to relax. Whoa, Patrick Schwanz is on fire, leaving skid marks and Mr. Bang's hopes behind.
Go, 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 that's what we want to see.
It's a close race between Mr. Bang and Patrick Schwanz in second. Big gains for Mr. Bang as they move up the field, leaving Patrick Schwanz behind. Patrick Schwanz wants to close the gap with Harrison Zonelli.
There is no room for error in this battle.
It's neck and neck, the closest battle we've seen in a while. The tension is palpable. Who will come out on top in this epic showdown? It's a tense battle for position between Wayne Pearson in 6th and Jack M Team in 7th. Wayne Pearson is keeping Jack M Team at bay with a gap of 0.1 seconds. Seems like Jack M Team is getting in range of Wayne Pearson.
They need to keep it on the black stuff. You don't get points for driving over weeds, not in this game.
A strategic misstep perhaps? Jack M Team's place has shifted to 8th. The plot thickens. Alright, hold your horses. Mr. Bang is really putting the heat on Jack M Team. If I were Jack M Team, I'd be checking those mirrors non-stop.
This is what separates the good from the great. The ability to stay focused and perform under pressure.
Fair dinkum, mate. Mr. Bang's got to pull their socks up. They're dawdling around like they're lost in the outback while Jack M Team's blazing the trail. Hold it for. Hold the phone. Whoa. Patrick Schwanz took the corner like my Uncle Baz after a six-pack all over the shop. It's a thrilling pursuit as Chris Duke is right behind D-Max, keeping the pressure on for 9th place.
That's right, Rob. The pressure is palpable. The fans are on the edge of their seats, waiting to see who will come out on top in this epic showdown.
What a move. Chris Duke has moved up to 9th.
Amazing stuff. Focus and precision, what it's all about.
Things are getting spicy as Satan is breathing down Roby's neck. The gap? Mate, you couldn't slide a credit card between them.
If Satan isn't careful, they might end up turning this high-speed chase into a synchronized spinning routine. And trust me, that's not a crowd pleaser.
Wow, Jack M Team is really pushing hard to catch up to Satan. There's blood in the water for 6th place.
This battle between Jack M Team and Satan is so intense, you could cut the
Oh no, what's this? Well, Roby's decided to give the local wildlife a closer look. I hope the drop bears didn't get to them. Blimey, Patrick Schwanz is gunning it in 3rd. Just a whisker behind Harrison Zonelli. Hope he's got his budgie smugglers on, cause things are about to get wet and wild. It's a game of inches now as Roby tails D-Max closely, ready to capitalize on any mistake. Jack M Team has the pedal to the metal chasing Roby. Incredible, Jack M Team is caught in a fierce battle, with breathing down their neck 0.1 seconds away, and Roby just ahead with a gap of 0.2 seconds. It's a test of their racing skills.
You're absolutely right, Rob. The gaps to the cars ahead and behind act as a measuring stick for Jack M Team's performance. They'll have to keep a close eye on those gaps to stay in control of their race.
Breaking update. This is a disaster for Jack M Team in the VW Scirocco coming into the pits and isn't going to do much to improve their chances in this race. The intensity is off the charts as Satan hounds Wayne Pearson, both drivers pushing themselves to the absolute limit.
With Satan on the hunt, Wayne Pearson better not.
Hold on a moment. Well, if it isn't D-Max, the wild wallaby of the track, hopping right off the tarmac. Gee whiz, Satan is breathing down Wayne Pearson's neck. Wouldn't want to be in Wayne Pearson's rearview mirror right now. It's getting crowded.
As an experienced driver, I can tell you that Satan must be laser focused on Wayne Pearson's every move, looking for the slightest weakness to exploit.
Satan is on a charge. Their split time shows they have upped their pace. You know, back in Oz, we have a saying, flat out like a lizard drinking. That's exactly what Satan is doing right now.
I've always wondered, what's that even mean? lizards, drinks, racing. Y'all have a wild imagination down under.
Look at that gap. It's smaller than the difference between Vegemite and Marmite at this point. Harrison Zonelli in second is giving the leader no room to breathe.
Mate, it's so close. I reckon Harrison Zonelli can tell what brand of deodorant the leader's wearing. The next few laps are going to be pure, unadulterated racing magic.
Gee whiz, Harrison Zonelli's getting some solid torque out of those corners. They must have figured out the perfect throttle control while trail braking. Buckle up, Satan is all over Wayne Pearson like a cheap suit. Are we about to see some wheel-to-wheel action?
With the way Satan is stalking Wayne Pearson, you'd think they're trying to figure out what they had for breakfast this morning.
The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this.
This is what makes motor racing so exciting. The tension is high and the stakes are even higher. Who will take home the victory? It's too close to call.
Fantastic move from Chris Ilduke, who has just gained a position. The drivers have been working hard to come up with the perfect race strategy. They've been looking at the weather, the track conditions and the performance of their cars.
Now it's time to put that strategy into action and see if it pays off.
Now, that's what I'm talking about. Mr. Bang is proper nipping at Chris Ilduke's heels. Are they thinking of making a lunge? Only time will tell.
It's a battle for position as Mr. Bang tries to make a move on Chris Ilduke. This is what racing is all about.
Well, I'll be a monkey's Uncle Hal, but Mr. Bang's plans have gone walkabout right now. They're having a proper Barry Crocker keeping up with Chris Ilduke. Patrick Schwanz could be looking for a way up the inside of Harrison Zonelli. Oh no, what's this? Bloody hell. Wayne Pearson just took a quick detour to the outback. Maybe they saw a kangaroo on the track or something. Tyre degradations are right pain in the arse, but Patrick Schwanz is handling it like a champ. Getting real up close and personal with Harrison Zonelli, aren't they? You ever wonder, Rob, how much preparation goes into each race weekend? It's not just about the driver, but the hundreds behind the scenes, making every little detail count.
Oh, absolutely. The hours spent in the simulator, and mechanics working overnight on those tweaks. Racing is as much about team spirit and dedication as it is about speed on the track. It's a collective masterpiece.
This is where legends are made. Which driver will rise to the occasion and claim victory?
I remember being in a similar situation during my racing days. Mr. Bang must stay focused and wait for the perfect opportunity to overtake.
Patrick Schwanz is running third. They are trying to catch Harrison Zonelli. Every race has its highs and lows. Today, Patrick Schwanz acquaints themselves with a new perspective at fourth.
It's a nuanced game, isn't it? Patrick Schwanz.
Hold that thought. Hold the phone. Looks like Chris Ilduke's playing in the dirt. Took me back to when I tried rallying in my mum's old sedan. Good times, expensive repairs. The age-old challenge. Chris Ilduke is trying to catch Mr. Bang, sort of like trying to find a matching sock in the laundry. The struggle is real, folks.
Dang, Chris Ilduke is so far back, they're in a different time zone. Hope they remember it's race day, not laundry day.
If racing were a dance, D-Max would be trying to lead, but Roby just keeps cutting in. The dance floor is heating up. If D-Max doesn't pick up the pace, Hal, they'll be as relevant as an ashtray on a motorbike. Good on ya, Chris Ilduke. Trailing so far back, reckon the front pack has already written the eulogy. It may seem like Patrick Schwanz is far behind, but Harrison Zonelli can't afford to let their guard down. One mistake could give Patrick Schwanz an opening to catch up. He's pulling away. Harrison Zonelli is increasing the gap to Patrick Schwanz. It looks like Patrick Schwanz needs to dig deep and find some courage to catch up. Will they be able to take the risk and push their car to the limit?
That's right, Rob. It's time for Patrick Schwanz to show us what they're made of. Will they be brave enough to go for it, or will they be content with just following in the footsteps of Harrison Zonelli? Let's see who's got the guts to take the lead.
It's a game of cat and mouse out there, with Chris Ilduke trying to find the perfect opportunity to make a move on Mr. Bang. The gap is over a second, but every fraction counts. Can Chris Ilduke close in enough to mount a challenge? Remember when we thought Chris Ilduke had peaked? Think again. They're harnessing every bit of downforce and it's making Mr. Bang's mirrors awfully busy. Hold on to your seats. Harrison Zonelli is turning the heat up on Megasaurus 55, closing in for the kill. Good news for Harrison Zonelli, the gap to Megasaurus 55 has decreased. It's now down to 1.9 seconds. The strategy plays such a crucial role, doesn't it? Choosing when to pit, what tyre compound to use. It's like a high-speed chess game out there.
Exactly, and to think they're making these decisions on the fly, with so many variables at play. It's a mix of intuition, experience, and sheer guts. Kudos to the team strategists and drivers alike.
The crowd is on tenterhooks as Mr. Bang in 6 chases after Wayne Pearson. The gap is just over a second, and you can feel the tension in the air. Can Mr. Bang find a way to catch up?
Look, Mr. Bang's pace is a lot like my dance moves. Good intentions, questionable execution.
Mr. Bang is pushing hard and has reduced the gap to Wayne Pearson to 8.5 seconds.
That's a great effort from Mr. Bang. They need to keep up the pressure and see if they can make a move.
We are used to seeing some hard-fought but clean racing here at Assetto Corsa, friends. I'm expecting to see nothing different here today as this race unfolds. Tell ya what, Wayne Pearson is trailing like my mate Dave after a bender. Hope there's no random testing today. Blimey, Wayne Pearson's cranking up the downforce, making every newton of force count. That gap's shrinking faster than my wallet at the pub.
This ain't Wayne Pearson's first rodeo. They're optimizing their racing line.
Hold that thought. Hold the phone. Oof. Harrison Zonelli misjudged the corner like I misjudged my last relationship. Too fast, too soon. It's the classic cat and mouse game, but instead of cheese, the prize is a racing position. Can Harrison Zonelli steal it from Megasaurus 55?
Lord have mercy. Harrison Zonelli's got more space between him and Megasaurus 55 than my paw got between his ears. But miracles do happen. Just ask my ex-wife.
Looks like D-Max is trying to chase down Roby, but right now it feels a bit like my attempts at dieting. A lot of hard work with slow results. Oi, DMAX's chassis balance is on point today. They're handling bumps and curves smoother than a croc sliding into water. Roby's got a battle ahead. Alright, I've got to ask, ever tried Vegemite?
Tried it once. Reminded me of NASCAR rubber mixed with axle grease. But hey, to each their own.
If Wayne Pearson goes any slower, they'll join me in my failed dreams collection. Front row seats available. Bloody oath, Wayne Pearson is flat out like a lizard drinking, gnawing into the gap to Satan down to a scant 3.6 seconds.
He'll be looking for a mistake to pounce on.
Oh no, what's this? Crikey, Megasaurus 55 thought they were on a boomerang's flight path. Only problem, didn't come back. Oi, Patrick Schwanz, if you wanted a tour of Megasaurus 55's rear bumper, you've got a front row seat. Better make your move before the show's over.
Patrick Schwanz is certainly pushing all they can, but the gap might just be too much. Unless Megasaurus 55 makes a mistake, it looks like they'll hold on to second.
Even though Megasaurus 55 is a fair way behind Harrison Zonnelly, they can't afford to let their guard down. Harrison Zonnelly is still vulnerable to mistakes. This is where the skill and precision of the drivers really comes into play. Patrick Schwanz is chasing Megasaurus 55 in P2. By crikey, Patrick Schwanz, what have you been feeding that car? Must have been some of that premium kangaroo juice. Hope Megasaurus 55 hasn't got stage fright, because Patrick Schwanz has booked a front row seat to the show. Stone the Crows, Megasaurus 55's pulled a sneaky landing at third. Always a surprise with them.
Well, butter my biscuit. A bit of a hiccup for Megasaurus 55, but they've got the grit to climb back up.
Look at the way the drivers are hugging those corners. It's like they're on rails.
Speaking of rails, did you know that the first racetrack was built on a railway in 1896? I bet those drivers were chugging along.
Ha ha, I bet they were. But things have come a long way since then, haven't they?
Definitely. It's amazing to think about the technology that goes into these cars now. I mean, they have more computing power than some countries.
Looks like DMAX's strategy might just be to let the rest of them die of old age. It's a waiting game now. The chase music's playing in Chris Hilduke's head as they reel in Mr. Bang, moment by nail-biting moment. As we come into the final moments of this epic race, Harrison Zonnelly is in the lead. Can they stay calm and bring home the bacon?
You got this. Keep your cool.
And it's a checkered flag for Harrison Zonnelly, who crosses the finish line with a commanding victory. What a phenomenal performance. Absolutely dominant today.
What a display of skill and precision.
Patrick Schwanz takes second place with a fantastic race. Well done to Megasaurus 55 for securing third place on the podium. Coming in fourth we have Satan. Followed by Wayne Pearson in fifth. Sixth and seventh is Mr. Bang and Chris Hilduke. D-Max take ninth. Eighth sees Roby.